If we can figure out a way to shape our product and or service that we're offering in a more valuable way so people don't feel like they're overspending on something, but they're getting a deal on it based off the price that you're offering it at, well, then what's gonna happen is you're gonna see profits naturally go up. Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Matthew Welsh, and welcome to the Leaders Only podcast, where we talk about business, leadership, mindset, and just pretty much anything revolved around building an incredible life. You know, the reason that I started this podcast is because I felt like on the way to where we're at now, there wasn't really a place to go learn tangible skill sets, leadership qualities, and mindset strategies that you can learn today, apply today, and get immediate results. And so the goal of this podcast is to teach you the things that you need to actually win, to actually change your life, and to actually grow your business and grow your team if you're someone that's in a leadership role. And so if you can do me a favor, if you ever get something out of our message, if you ever get something out of the content, if you can like, share, subscribe, just tell people about it. We put out all this information for free. And so all we ask is that you share it with a friend if you get something out of it. So with that being said, thank you guys so much, and let's tune in.
Let's go. I'm a big mood. You can't name a lot of things that I didn't.
Today, we're gonna be talking about how to increase profits in your business. So if you are a business, an operator, a manager of a sales team, whatever it might be, today we're gonna discuss how to grow profits in your business. And it's really quite simple. It just requires intentionality. And so we're gonna talk about the things that you could be intentional about in order to put the infrastructure and or the foundation in place for that result to happen. Because obviously if profits go up, your business becomes worth more. If profits go up, you should be making more, so your income goes up more, which means your life can become better, and or you can make more profits, take that money, invest it back into the business, and allow you to scale even bigger. But regardless, the goal of every business is to increase profits. And so we're gonna go over exactly how to do that today. So the first way to do that, and I'm gonna give you the how-tos right after, but the first way to do that is to increase the amount of units being sold. And I know that might sound a little bit simple. Of course, Matt, I know I need to increase the amount of units being sold, but how do I do that? So let's talk about that. We got to increase the amount of people that are selling the product. If you only have one person selling or distributing your product, distribution is going to be limited. If you only have 5 people selling your product, well, the person with 5 people selling the product, they only have a certain amount of hours in every single day. If the average person's working 8 hours a day, you have 5 people selling, that means that only 40 hours worth of distribution is happening. But if all of a sudden we can increase the size of our sales team, of our distribution channel, from even 5 to 10. Now all of a sudden, if we have 10 people working 8 hours a day, that is 80 hours that's going towards distribution and increasing revenue. So the first part of increasing the amount of units sold is, can we get more people selling the product? So now you got to ask yourself the question, what do I need to do to be able to recruit more people into my business so I can have more people selling? Do I need to change the way my compensation is set up? Do I need to build a better culture? Do I need to build an environment that people want to be a part of and they tell all their friends and family about it, so you have people knocking on your door wanting to work with you and or for you in your company? Do I need to market on social media better, our culture, our environment, the amount of people that are winning and succeeding and making money? What do I need to do so that way more people want to work with me, be mentored by me, be trained by me? Because the more people that want to be mentored by you, trained by you, and in your environment, obviously the more distribution that's naturally going to happen. So I want you thinking to yourself, what do I need to put in place to get talent through the door so I can increase the size of my sales team? The second thing that you could do to increase profits is increase the skill set of those you already have selling. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have 10 salespeople that do 10 appointments per day and they have a 30% closing ratio. So that means that there's 100 appointments happening every single day and the closing ratio is 30%. Well, that means that every day there's 30 units that are being sold. So if we can improve the skill sets of our people and we take it from 30% closing ratio to a 40% closing ratio when it comes to sales and distribution, then what did we just do? We just took our average sale per day from 30 sales per day to 40 sales per day. And if we can take that 30% closing ratio to 60%, then we just doubled the amount of units that are being sold every single day. So it's not just enough to just have more people selling. What if we can improve the quality and the skill set of those we have selling, so that way when they are on an appointment, they get more and or they're better? Another reason this is so important is because what if the reason your people are selling small units is because they're not quality salespeople. They're not good at what they do just yet. So if we improve their skill set, maybe the sale that was only $200 is now a sale that's $400. Or maybe the $10,000 sale becomes a $20,000 sale. So not only will you see more distribution just by people being better, but you'll see the distribution increase in quality. You'll see the distribution increase in size because of the quality of the individuals that are selling it has become better as well. And last but not least, number 3, when it comes to increasing the amount of units being sold, is we have to do a better job at marketing and advertising. Not just marketing and advertising the business, but helping the agents and or those that are distributing the product, helping them market and advertise too. You know, in today's time, attention is the new currency, and it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. You know, leveraging social media like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and all the different social medias out there, the more people are aware of what it is that you do, the higher likelihood that they're going to come to you for business, the higher likelihood that they're going to one day call you looking for a product, looking for a service, and that will naturally increase sales. You know, Grant Cardone, you can like him, hate him, or love him. It's completely up to you. But one thing that I thought that he did that was so smart is he said, I'm going to post on social media every single hour. Meaning 24 hours a day, 365, I'm going to be posting on social media. And most people thought that is obsessive. You don't need to do that. You're going to annoy your audience. And his thought process was different. People are logging in on social media at different times every single day. Every single day, people are logging in at different times. So if I'm posting every single hour, that means that I'm catching more people are seeing me. And by the way, if the same person is on all day long and they see me 24 times, well, guess what? That means they're thinking about me. And if they're thinking about me, they're going to one day buy from me. So if you want to increase the amount of units being sold, we got to get better at marketing. The more people that know about you, know about your company, know about what it is that you're offering, the better you are going to do. You know, look at real estate. What do the top real estate agents do? They market. They're all over social media. They're trying to get on the shows. They're doing everything that they can to become known. Well, now we live in this very unique and special time where anybody can become known very quickly if they're just intentional about marketing themselves through the different media methods like TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, the whole 9 yards. So if you want to increase sales, not only you, not only your company, but all of your agents should start marketing themselves and getting themselves and their product in front of more people. The second thing that you can do to increase profits is to increase the cost of the unit sold. What do I mean by this? Meaning that if your average ticket is $100 per month or $100 a year or $100 per unit, and we can up that average cost or that average price from a $100 unit being sold to $500 unit being sold to a $1,000 unit being sold to a $10,000 unit being sold, if we can up the price and or up the quality of what it is that we are selling, then naturally profits are going to go up. Because if you distribute 10 products at 100 and I distribute 10 products at 200, now all of a sudden I did twice the amount of revenue as you. So now let's talk about how we can go about doing that. The first method would be have more quality salespeople, and I talked about that earlier, so I'm not going to touch on it again. The second thing that you can do is offer a more valuable product. You know, if you're offering something that people don't need, well, then you're going to have a really hard time selling it. But the more valuable something is, the more people are willing to pay for it. And so if the product is valuable, people will buy it. If the investment is a valuable investment, then people will put more money into it. Cost is only an issue if there's an absence of value. And so if we can figure out a way to shape our product and or service that we're offering in a more valuable way, so people don't feel like they're overspending on something, but they're getting a deal on it based off the price that you're offering it at, well, then what's going to happen is you're going to see profits naturally go up. Think about it like this. What if I told you I had a Rolls Royce right now and I would give it to you for $100,000? Well, the average Rolls Royce is around $450,000 to $550,000. So if I was able to offer a product that had the value of the Rolls Royce with the cost of maybe a Mercedes, now all of a sudden you're thinking to yourself, wow, this is a great deal. I'm able to get X, Y, and Z for the price of this. That's phenomenal. So can you position your product that way where the value that they are getting based off the price that they are paying is that the price is nowhere near what it would take to get that level of value. And so we got to shift the way that we explain the product and service that we're offering. And we also got to shift the way that our agents and our sales reps are doing it as well. We got to make sure that they are positioning the product with extreme value, because if not, people are not going to be willing to pay for it. But if you do it that way, and if you do it right, the product becomes more valuable. People are willing to pay more for it and or invest more money into it, depending on the industry that you're in, which will ultimately lead to higher profits in your business. And last but not least, number 3, the third thing that you can do to increase the price of the unit sold is get into better markets. What do I mean by this? Well, if I was selling bathing suits, I'm probably not going to go to Alaska during the winter. If I was selling snow cones, I'm probably not going to go to Alaska during the winter. So if I'm not selling or offering my product to a marketplace of people that's actually looking for the product, well then yeah, my sales are going to be low. But if I'm advertising, marketing, and selling my product in a market of people that not only want the product and service, but need it, meaning they have to have it based off where they're at in life, their situation. For me, I'm in financial services. And so if I'm going to be offering, retirement accounts and life insurance and investments and college funds, the whole 9 yards, well, I'm probably not going to be selling those products to an 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old unless those young people are extremely smart, right? And so most people at that age are not looking to buy a product like that. Do you know who is looking to buy a product like that or put money into accounts like that? People who are established, that have careers, that have kids, that have insurable needs. They are looking for the products. That's who I want to sell my products to. People who are looking for the product and people who are needing the product. So let me ask you a question. How much money, time, and effort are you spending going and trying to sell your product in a market of people who don't actually need and or benefit from those products and services? You're probably wasting a lot of money. And by the way, even though they might need it, they don't know they need it. So you might be selling your product to people who need the product, but if they don't think they need the product, then it's no good. You got to make sure that you are offering your product to people who already know in their mind, I need something like this. I'm looking for something like this. I'm already doing something like this, but you can do it better. I want to go for you. I want to go with you. That's what you need to be doing. That's what you need to pay attention to. The market of people that you are selling your product to. So hopefully you got something out of today's content. That is how you increase profits in your business. Very simple. Number 1, increase the amount of units sold. Number 2, up the price and or the cost of the unit being sold or increase the quality. And if you can do that, revenue is going to go up, profits are going to go up, which means your income is going to go up as well. And so with that being said, if you got something out of today's content, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about it. We obviously put out all this information for free, right? It's free for you. It costs me money. We just do this out of the kindness of our heart to give back and help other people grow and scale as well. So if you ever learn something or get something, tell somebody, share it, market it for us. It would really mean the world to us, and we appreciate you doing so. So with that being said, we will see you next week on the Leaders Only podcast.
Let's get it.